Hey guys, it's Sharon here, and I'm here with another Hobonichi Flipthrough. This is going to be the first half of March, so March 1st through March 15th. So March 1st, which I believe was on a Tuesday. Yeah, on a Tuesday. Not too much happened that day. It was actually kind of a quiet day. So I took a picture of this pen that I got at our pen club on the Sunday that we went to that in February. And I made a video of this. This is the Monograppa Micra in this yellow color. So I took a screenshot of when I was showing it in the video because I filmed a video. And I will link that video in the description section of this video so you guys can watch that haul if you want to. It's a vintage fountain pen haul. And I was talking about how I was still on Hobonichi. So then on Wednesday, I was talking about how I started the project of moving all of my blank journals from the shelves in the bedroom to the shelves in the living room. So I was talking about that. And then here's a picture of what some of them look like in their new home right there. And of course I was still on Hobonichi by Stephen King. Then on Thursday, the 3rd, I got caught up on my episodes of Survivor. That's another reality TV show that I do enjoy. So I was watching Survivor, got caught up on some episodes because I was a couple of episodes behind on it. So I took some time to do that. And then this picture here is what my blank journals look like when they were on the shelves in the bedroom. So I took that picture for posterity and put that in there. On Friday the 4th, I had started Danse Macabre by Stephen King, which is a nonfiction book that he wrote about the horror genre. I believe that came out either in the late 70s or early 80s. It was actually one of his earlier works, I think. So I was writing about that and, just kind of told what the book was about a little bit. And then Miller Lite in the bedroom with the husband when he got home. That was on the Friday. So then on Saturday here, I had a very quiet day, so I decided to be super lazy, and I got caught up on episodes of MasterChef Junior. Again, that's a show with Gordon Ramsay and has Graham Elliott and Christina Tozzi, who are 3 chefs that act as the judges. They've actually got a regular MasterChef, which has the adults, but the kids, MasterChef Junior, the kids are very entertaining, and I mean, it is just insane the things that these kids cook. I mean, there's like 7, 8, 9-year-olds. I think they're eligible to be on it when they're from 7 to 12 or something like that. And just the things that these kids cook, it's just amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, I wasn't even allowed in the kitchen until I was like 13 or 14. So yeah. And oh my gosh, I'd never in hell be able to cook a lot of the things that these kids can cook. So I wrote that, John's just going to have to accept the fact that I'm not going to be a gourmet master chef. So then on Sunday, and again, I have a post-it note here to cover up some information. Just kind of wrote about kind of just, some things that happened over the weekend and some things that were going to be coming up during the week. And then on Monday, which was the 7th, I believe, again, another post-it note to cover up some information. But it says happy anniversary, and it was a Lions Club do that we went to. It was a 40th anniversary of an event that they have every year. So we went to take part in that. And then on Tuesday, I watched a movie called The Butterfly Effect. And this was a good movie. It's got Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart. And what's really neat, too, is there's actually quite a few alternative endings. Like, if you get the director's cut, it ends very, very differently than what the theatrical version does. And there's a few extras. And there's I think on the DVD, there's even some other alternative endings that you can see for in bonus features and stuff. So I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. This movie has a lot to do with time travel, and I really enjoy stories and movies and stuff that have to do with time travel. So really, really enjoyed that. And then I had another Lions Club do that night. So we had a busy night that night. And actually, we had tacos for dinner there, so that was fun. I'm not a big taco fan, but their tacos were really, really good that night. On Wednesday, I watched, had a quiet day, which was good since we were so busy the previous evening before. I watched a movie called A Sound of Thunder. I had seen this movie before. I'd gotten it through iTunes, and so I could watch it on my iPad or my Apple TV. And I was emailing with my dear friend Sandra. Hi, Sandra! I was emailing with her, and she'd asked me if I ever had seen that movie before. And I had. So, because I had quite a bit of time to kill, I decided I was going to watch it again. Again, it's a movie about time travel, and I really love movies and stories that have to do with time travel. So as I was watching, I was thinking about Sandra, so that was a good movie. And then when John got home, of course, Miller Lite in the bedroom, as we can see. So that was Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we had another meeting. This was a St. Patrick's Day dinner that some of the Lions clubs in the area went to. It was kind of a joint meeting for a bunch of different clubs, and so I wasn't really looking forward to it because I'm really not a big corned beef and cabbage person, but we actually had a lot of fun anyways, and that night there was a couple of bagpipers that came to perform for us for entertainment, which was really nice. Yeah, not very Irish, it's Scottish, but it was cool anyway, so we still got the Celtic flavor. But it was a lot of fun. So there's our Lions Club logo. And of course, you know, being an Irish night, I had a bit of Jameson's. Oh my gosh, I had a bit of Jameson's. I'll just say that. I'll just leave it at that. Because you can see the results the next morning. Hangover, yeah. So I indulged a little bit too much the night before. Partied a little bit too hardy. But so I took that Friday and was just kind of like, oh, God. And so I just relaxed for the day and just enjoyed some old-time radio shows of X-1, which was an old science fiction show. Got some really good episodes of that, some great stories there. And then when I got tired of that, I listened to some episodes of Dragnet, which you guys might have heard of. It's an old cop show, so quite a bit of a difference between this and this, but two of my favorite shows, actually. So I just listened to that through my iPhone while I was nursing my poor head. And then on Saturday, I listened to some more episodes of Dragnet because I was really getting into that. And our coffee pot finally died. So on the way home from work, John picked us up a bun coffee maker. I've always wanted a bun. So we got a new bun, and I was, excited to get that set up and try that out. Actually, we didn't have coffee until the next day in it, but I did get it set up on the counter and got it ready to go. And then for lunch, this was pretty funny. Our daughter remembers back in the day when she was in school, and they would have these potato things that are in the shape of these little smiley faces, and aren't they cute? And so she found them at the store and decided to, pick us up a couple of packages. So she cooked. She cooked some of those for us to munch on for lunch, and she always kind of has to laugh when she sees them because she remembers them, and they are just so darn cute, which kind of makes me laugh because I get a kick out of her reaction. So we had a fun time munching on those, and they actually taste quite a bit like French fries. And how we cook them, we don't deep fry them. We don't have a deep fryer here, and we're just not much of a deep fryer family. It's not as healthy, so we just don't do it. So instead, we just put, this on a cookie sheet, and we just bake it until they're nice and cooked and crispy and that. So we did that. And then on Sunday, again, I have a Post-it note here because there's some personal information. We went to a pancake breakfast. It's kind of partially covered up, but you can kind of maybe see it a little bit. Pancake breakfast. And then when we got back, we had our first pot of coffee in the new bun coffee maker right there. So And then for a snack, for us to lunch on, for us to munch on between lunch and a snack, the daughter made some more of these little smiley potatoes, so we were munching on that and just kind of laughing. Yep. Then on Monday the 14th, I did not do such a great job with this. I was listening to some more Dragnet. I tried to make a big box and just kind of color in and then write the word Dragnet over there. But I did not do a good job of coloring this in. I was using my color pencils, but it looks really streaky and just not good. I was not happy with how this turned out. So, but anyway, some Dragnet. And then we had another Lions Club do that night, and to which we had some corned beef and cabbage. Again, because it was close to St. Patty's Day. And we were very surprised at how good it was. I skipped the cabbage because I don't really like cabbage, but I took the corned beef, and there was potatoes and carrots and things, and dessert was really good. But, I mean, at this meeting, we had I gotta say, that was probably the best corned beef I ever had. And even my husband, who really isn't a big corned beef person, he took 2 helpings of it. So you gotta know it was really good, for that to happen. But it was awesome, awesome, awesome. Probably the best corned beef I ever had. So that was a busy day. And then on Tuesday, the 15th, very quiet day, I was talking about how I was listening to some old-time radio shows of Dragnet. Well, they had a TV show of it on. The first time that they had it on was they had some episodes back in the 50s, and then it went off the air for a while. And then they made a revival of it from, I think, 1967 to 1970. And it had been a really, really long time since I had actually watched any of these. And I wanted to just sort of see if it was, kind of compare it to the TV show to how it was on the old-time radio shows. And same actor, well, it had Jack Webb in it, obviously, as Sergeant Joe Friday. But they had a lot of the same actors that were on the old-time radio shows because a lot of them were still alive at that point. And, people like Stacey Harris and Virginia Gregg. So it was really, really cool to, to see them. And to, kind of put a face with with the name, because with old-time radio, obviously you don't really see what they look like because it's a radio show. So it was kind of neat to see how they aged, because some of them were getting pretty old and stuff, but it was really cool to see how they looked, and to see how things were different in the TV show versus the radio program. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I just took that Tuesday and just did that, and was talking about how I was still reading Danse Macabre at the time. That's a slow book to get through because some of those parts are really heavy when he has to explain certain things and all that. But anyway, that is March 1st through March 15th, the first half of March, and I will be back to do the second half of March to get us caught up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And hit the like button, and don't forget to leave a comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.